What If Season 3, Episode 1. Thoughts? This episode is called What If Agatha Went to Hollywood? Another episode I love. Spoilers for everything MCU leading up to, including this episode. The episode, I want to say it's rated like 12 plus, so will this video be? So let's dive right in. Yeah, again, an episode that doesn't really, it's not one of the movies just slightly redone, but it is something that you could see based on the movies. You know, Agatha was around when this episode is set, you know, and yeah, instead of, yeah, I 100% could see the Agatha of the MCU, if she found out. I feel like the only reason this episode isn't canon is that she just never found out about the Celestials and Eternals. You know, there didn't really seem to be any limit to her power. She was attacked by, you know, I mean, yeah, the Scarlet Witch herself could not take her out in a direct fight. You know, she had to get clever. And yeah, I will say, I kept expecting them to say, no, she was lying. She really did kill the other Eternals, but there at the end, like Kingo says, well, you freed them, and I talked to them, they're concerned, so I guess she can actually borrow powers without... They really are, like... They didn't want this to be, like, the full-on evil Agatha that we see in WandaVision and a significant chunk of Agatha all along. But then, yeah, they're maybe working on, like... transitioning her image, because by the end of Agatha All Along, she is going to be good. So, yeah, I can see, you know, I don't love when, you know, big franchises do that, but this is not the first time they've done it, so, including a Disney property, so, yeah. And like, the one thing is I wish that the dance sequence was live action. Like, I would love to see both Catherine Hahn and Kumail Nanjiani. That was also Kumail. I'm sorry, I am not trying to make fun of his name. I'm not super familiar with his work. I'd like to see more. I love him in both this and Eternals. I think Eternals is a very underrated movie. But I did an entire video talking about how much I love that movie, so I'm not going to get too much into it here. This did feel more like what I hear Kumail Nanjiani is like. He is a very comedic performer. They toned that down a lot for that movie. I think it worked fine for that movie, but it is one of those things where, you know, you've got this comedic talent, let it, you know, put him to good use, and they do here. He's very, very funny in this entire episode. And I think that might just about... Yeah, the action is great, as always on this show, and in general, MCU action. And the... Let's see... I think that might be about... Yeah, the various characterizations were quite good. Love seeing more. I really hope they bring back James Darcy for more... You know, absolutely loved him on Agent... I can't believe I'm blanking on her name. Let's see. Her name is Peggy... I cannot believe I'm blanking on it. Carter, that's it. Agent Carter. He was fantastic on there. You know, and he was the first actor to cross over from one of those shows to play clearly the same character. He was in Endgame, playing the butler there as well, you know, Edwin Jarvis. And yeah, he's just so fun. They even do a reference to, there's a season 2 gag on Agent Carter of him, like, having to deal with, I can't believe I'm blanking on the bird with the pink, I want to say, feathers. You know, and here he's also briefly seen chasing one away. And that's also where this thing of, you know, oh, Howard was a movie producer, that doesn't, I don't think, come up in any of the movies, but yeah, that was on the show. If they find a way to bring back, I mean, I think by the end of that show, she is Madame Mask, so if they find a way to bring her back, holy crap, that would be amazing. She was such some of the best villains of the MCU are in the shows, gotta say. You know, her, Dottie, yeah, I forget his name, but the Soviet guy from the first season was also great. Anyway, yeah, yes. So yeah, some fun jokes about Hollywood, and I like how, you know, like Jarvis is like, fireworks? Should we be worried? And Howard's just like, just get it on camera, you know? Yeah. Whether it's Howard or Tony, you know, a Stark man is going to be extremely okay with, like, destruction as long as it gets him to the goal. That's, yeah. And I think, yeah, the, right, yeah, let's see, I think this is the first time I've seen Catherine Hahn and Kumail Nanjiani. Oh wait, did Kumail? Anyway, I think it might be the first time I've seen them do voice work. And, you know, if you have any experience with it at all, you know it's a very different thing. There are amazing live-action actors who really struggle with voiceover because they're used to being more physical, and it feels very confining to be standing in the booth and just be saying. But, you know, it often comes down to how good the director is, and yeah, they continue to have really great directors here. I don't think, like, some of the performances in earlier seasons, hasn't really happened so far, on this season, have been too broad for my taste, but that's not the same as bad acting, you know, and that was clearly what they wanted because the animation is going along with it being broad, so someone working on those episodes must have wanted broad performances for those bits. But yeah, fantastic acting from them. And yeah, I like that she uses a similar trick to what Wanda used at the end of WandaVision. You know, not the exact same, to defeat... I'm probably going to mix them up, but I want to say Arishem was the one who flew there. Tiamat was the one she stole the power... the egg one. But yeah, you know, and yeah, cool cliffhanger with the, you know... Now there's... This is getting out of hand. Now there's 3 of them. And I think... that might just about be... right, very cool to see the spaceship. Wasn't expecting that. But yeah, that is by far the fastest way to get over there. And... yeah, I like them acknowledging the silliness of the finger guns. You know, I don't think anyone points that out in Eternals, but the tone there also wouldn't really work that well for that. And I think that might just about be... let's see. Right, I appreciate the references to, you know, the time and place, the observatory, Cecil B. DeMille, you know, the various... yeah, that was quite good. And yeah, I appreciate, you know, I love that it's Jarvis who saves the day, you know, by giving Kingo the idea. That was also something, you know, on Agent Carter, he would also sometimes be, you know, crucial to saving the day, despite not having superpowers or being... on that show, it was more being good at fighting or being good with a gun. You know, it was more of a spy show. Let's see. Yeah, and, you know, Kingo uses the is it called the Unimind power? Let's go with that, to commune with, because she's now technically a Celestial, twice over. And, you know, yeah, tells her, you know, the reason actors act. And that's a fact. And yeah, you know, he has that line about, you know, movies, you know, what was it? Movies are important, and you should definitely still go see them, even if you're starting to lose interest in comic book movies, please. And that's not me saying that. That's... I feel like I don't know. They probably wrote this before there really started to be any kind of problem with these, but I don't know. It's interesting for a, what are they now, 30 movie franchise to be saying, movies are important. Like, I feel like that would be, if that was like a short film made by someone passionate about movies or a part of an art film or something, but it does feel a little bit like, please keep giving us your money. We like your money. And let's see. Yeah, and also, that whole monologue about, oh, actors, sensitive and need to be treated right. Does Disney feel the same about animators and special effects people? Because it doesn't really seem like it. I would like for them to treat them significantly better. I think that might just about be what I had for this. Yeah. If I start talking about the details of the big dance number, we'll be here all month. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah, dance off to save the world. I don't know if Peter Quill is like, I did that. People weren't impressed when I did it. And yeah, I do hope to see more like musical stuff in movies soon. Like, I realized Joker 2 flopped, and let's see, was there at least I hear Mean Girl didn't do well. Crap, I should have looked up how Wicked is doing. Certainly I've seen a lot of positive reviews of it. A lot of people are really excited for the follow-up. So yeah, hopefully we will get more musical inspired stuff. I liked it in Eternals, loved it in the Marvels, and loved it here. I totally do think they can fit something in, because yeah, the two of them need some kind of, well, I don't need some creative working on this. Really wanted to see a dance fight, and yeah, I appreciate that aspects of the dancing would have been difficult to do in live action, but at least some of it would have been really, really cool to see in live action. Anyway, yeah. And there's also, like, it's obvious that Kingo is going to be great for, he was already established in the MCU as a Bollywood actor. The first time we see him in the present day, I think it is, he's dancing, but yeah, if you're going to pick another MCU character who would dance during a fight, yeah, Agatha feels like a very sensible choice there. So yeah, great job. And yeah, gonna see, hopefully I'll be able to do the next episode tomorrow. Don't know when, at what point of the day it will be, but some point tomorrow. So hope to catch you then, or if not then, whenever I do it.